Hey guys, it's Leann, Small Town Stitches, and we're back with another Flosstube. I believe it's Flosstube 144. If you are new, welcome. I am primarily a full coverage cross stitcher. So that is what this channel is about. Sometimes a little bit of crochet, not really. Book talk, life talk, all the things. And if you are returning, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy last day of November. I can't believe it. I can't believe that we have 1 month until 2025 is over. And I really can't believe we have less than 1 month until Christmas. I guess that means I should probably start Christmas shopping. So, I feel like I have a lot, but I don't. I only have 6 projects to show you. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and get into it right now. So I do have a finish to show you. I don't know if you were here for the last one, but this is the Typeface series, the Patriotic series. This is the Eagle. This is the last one I have left to do in this series, and I started this along with Alicia and Rainey. I started it on November 1st because November here in the States, we have Veterans Day in it. So we tried to pick things that symbolize patriotic things. So I put in 885 stitches. We started at 42% is where you guys last saw it. And I finished it on Thanksgiving. So here we are. Here's our little eagle. This is on an 18 count 2/1 with DMC, and I believe it's on a graphite gray Ada from 123 stitch is what I did them all on. If you can see, I guess that's probably about true to color. It's a darker, like a medium gray color, but it always blows it out when I try to take a picture of it. So that is my final one. You can see my hoop marks. I haven't washed it, haven't ironed it, haven't done anything except put it in a bag and call it good and done. My daughter is currently trying to steal them. She wants them because she says they're really cute. So I'll show them all to you. So the first one we did was Lady Liberty. And I've done all just DMC for mine. Then we had Uncle Sam. And now we have the Eagle. Super cute. Again, that is the Typeface Patriotic series by It's So Emma. So that was fun to have a bunch of smaller things that we finished, and they do not get carried over until next year. They're all 3 done, and they were all started this year. So, all right, next up is my, I guess, focus on a finish one of them for right now. This is Welcome to Rivendell by Country Magic Stitch. Last time you guys saw it was at 62%. It is now at 77.95%. And this is where we are now. So I have added 3,560 stitches since you guys have last seen it. And this is on a 20 count Ada 1/1 with CXC. So I've gotten quite a bit done. I'm kind of doing just a row by row, kind of like Anne, the Max Color Stitcher, does. I'm having a lot of fun with it, to be quite honest. So just 1 row at a time. And I'm really, really liking this. Still in my hoop. We're just going to keep on going down. This is slated to be done in December. So I'm really excited about that. Makes me want to pull all my other ones out and start it though, because I have all of them, all the Lord of the Rings from Country Magic Stitch, minus the Shire. I didn't buy that because I have a big Hobbiton one, and I just finished a different Hobbit piece. So I didn't feel I needed that one, but I do have all of the other ones. This is probably going to be a really short video. Next up, this is my second one. This is the one I'm hoping to have finished by December 31st next year. This is Enchanted Place. It is by Stitches So Beautiful, and the artwork is by Eder Jose Rosa. We started this piece at 47.28%. Right now it's at 49.83%. So I've added 2,344 stitches, and I got a page finish. So here we are now. We've got our second page in, and I'm working on page 3. If I bring it in, because the stitches are really light, I did hit the edge of page 3. So Stitches So Beautiful pages are quite small. And I worked this one cross country, and I started doing the same for this one. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to see how I like it doing row by row, I think, for a little bit, at least on this one. So you can't really see these ones. They're really, really light stitches. But I love this piece. Like the colors, when you bring it back, those colors just pop. So it's a really fun piece. It has a lot of confetti in it, but I'm really enjoying this. And I didn't know if I said, but this is a 20 count 1/1 with CXC as well. So super exciting. Okay, I will have to grab that in a minute. So then I went back to my wheel that I was trying to get page finishes on. And the first one it spun was Patriotic Eagle, or at least that's what I call it. It was found on Etsy. However, the link, the store that I bought it from is no longer there. So I don't know if you can do an Etsy search. Maybe it's from a different company now, but the company that I bought it for doesn't have it anymore. So I got a page finished. So this one gets to come off my wheel. This was at 4.41%. I'm ending at 4.95%, and all it took to get a page finish was 633 stitches. So here we are. So all we did was take that one and square that one page away. So this was a one page right here. Kind of blows, it's a blue. The blues always blow it up when you come in, but when you bring them back, you can really see that like antique flag look. So I'm really excited. I have yet another page finish. So it's 2 page finishes so far since my last video. Super exciting. So another one off my list. I'm looking at my list, what's left, and I don't think they're all going to hit a page finish because there's a lot of, quite a few, 2 that are at least Heaven and Earth designs, and Heaven and Earth designs are usually like 8,000 plus stitches per page, so I just don't see that happening. But we're still just gonna have fun, right? I'm not beating myself up. If it gets to the point where it doesn't get stitched, that's fine. My next spin though was Little Loggerhead. I think this is from a Cross Stitch for Everyone. And I'm trying to work on a page finish, and I was going to stick with it until I had my page finish, but once I got 1,021 stitches, and I was like, I'm done. I need to rotate out. I need a break. So I'm starting at 2.68% and I'm ending at 3.68%. And here we are now. So yeah, just filling in more of all this jellyfish. It looks really digitized. So, I mean, when you bring it, it looks better far away. like a lot of things, you got to do the 3 foot rule, right? A lot of full coverage kind of looks wonky up close like this. But that's just full coverage. It's not meant to be viewed a foot away. It's made to look great from across the room. So that's where we're at on this one. So this one still needs to go on, back on the wheel, because it's not done. I'm going to pause you and get the one that I dropped. All right. So when I put Little Loggerhead away, I decided I was ready to start one of my couple that I still have to finish before the end of the year, before I start No New Starts. So my new start was Animal Panorama. This is from Pain-Free Crafts. It is my only Pain-Free Crafts chart. And I started it on the 25th of November, and I've done 591 stitches so far, landing me at 0.20%. This one I'm doing on a 25 count 1/1 with DMC. The stitches are absolutely tiny, and this piece is crazy confetti. So here we are so far. Not a lot to show, so I'll bring it in a little bit. So we're just up in that top left corner. I am doing 2 rows across. I don't know if I'm going to try and do Ann's method all the way across or not. I'm just having fun with it. This is actually the width of 1 page though. So by doing my 1,000 stitches, you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So you have your 10 blocks for 1,000, and yeah, you can actually see kind of the detail coming through, but those stitches are so small. I don't know if you can, it's just going to blow out, but you can see a little bit. I think the koala's ear, is it the koala up here? I'm not sure, but this piece is very, very confetti heavy. So that's all I have for progress. Like I said, not a ton. Not a ton. So I gotta retake a couple pictures so I can use them for my next video before I start stitching on them tomorrow. Let's see. So that's all for my stitching. Let's go into gifts. I actually was gifted 1 pattern. So this is Patriotic Fairy #1. It is from Stitches So Beautiful. I was gifted this by Dawn Marie because she knows that I love patriotic things. She said even if I don't stitch it, if it's not my style, I can add it to my collection of charts. So thanks, Dawn Marie, for thinking of me. That was very sweet of you. I already told her thank you, but you know, we're going to say thank you again. Haul. I have 1 chart that I got. So I was talking to a couple girls, and they were looking to see if a chart that they had saw, if they could find it somewhere. So I was just helping look for this chart that they were trying to find, and I stumbled across this one. This is Old Fashioned Country Kitchen from Tilton Crafts. I adore this kitchen. This is what I wish my kitchen looked like, to be honest. If you don't know me, I like a lot of modern amenities, but I do not like the way a lot of modern things look. Like I'm not into a lot of modern looks, if that makes any sense. I love this. So Lacey, Erica, Alicia, and I are starting this together. Lacey and Erica already started this. Alicia had to order fabric, and I actually had 20 count, a big enough piece just laying around. So that's what I'm going to do mine on. But I said I was going to wait for Alicia, excuse me, because she had to order fabric. And hers just came in the other day, and I already have a new start planned. So I told her she can go ahead and start if she wants, but I can start it after my next new start. So that is my next new start, starts tomorrow. That's one of my couple I have to get in. And that is going to be another probably confetti heavy piece because it's an Amy Stewart. And that is Winter Cookie Party. And I'm so excited. There's quite a few people that are going to be starting this. I think their date is December 15th. I know Kim's starting it. I think Stitch and Mama Sarah is starting it. But Ebony and I are going to start it on December 1st, and I'm stoked. It's perfect to kick off December. And yeah, so I still have like 400 and something to do on Animal Panorama as well. So hopefully that gets done because December, I have to get all my new starts in before January. So, which now I just added to it. So instead of it being 3, I got 1 started. We're going to add another one. So there's 4 now because I'm crazy. All right, books. I've been having, I guess, a hard time with books right now. I need to start book 3 in the ACOTAR series. However, the way book 2 ended, I'm guessing is where book 3 will pick up, and I really don't like Tamlin. So that is why I haven't started book 3, because I know it's going to involve him a lot. Welcome to my brain. So I need to get that started. I have done 2 audiobooks. That is it in the last 2 weeks. I started a 3rd and stopped like halfway through just because I was like, I just wasn't into it. Nothing against the author, nothing against the narrator. It just wasn't. And I know it was at 50%. I could just keep going, but I just didn't want to. So I've done 2. The first was on NetGalley. And that was called A Family of Spies by Christine Kewen. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And this was so interesting to me. So this is the World War II era, pre-bombing of Pearl Harbor, and takes place in, her family ties take place in Hawaii and during that time. So I don't want to give a lot away, Family of Spies, but I found it fascinating, and I pretty much just, when I started it, just went through the whole entire time. Like, I really enjoyed this book. It was on NetGalley. I'm not exactly positive when the published date is actually supposed to come out, but definitely check that one out. And let's see, the other one I did was Dressmakers of London by Julia Kelly. And I really liked it. This was the same author who did, in my last update, how I talked about A Traitor in Whitehall and Betrayal at Blackthorn Park. Same author. She's also the same author of the one I stopped reading it halfway through. I don't know why. But I really like this one. So this is also a World War II era book. It's a historical fiction. And this one takes place in England, I believe. I can't remember now. Yeah. And the story and stuff behind that for the Dressmakers of London. So I thought it was a really good book. I actually really enjoyed it, and like it was The Family of Spies. I just started going and went all the way through. So both another, historical fictions. Well, one was historical fiction, one was not, and I don't know, I really enjoyed them. So those are the only 2 books that I have to talk about. I've done a whopping 1 row on my daughter's blanket that I still haven't finished, that I was working on last year. My crochet bug is at a 0. So the more I try to push it, the more I don't want to do it. So I need to really get this done though and wrap it up, because then I could give it to her for Christmas. I mean, she knows about it, but It's been a while. Life. Let's see what's happened in the last 2 weeks. I feel like nothing and a lot at the same time, if that makes any sense. So we had Thanksgiving this past week here in the States. That was on Thursday. So we went over to my parents' house and had Thanksgiving there with 2 of my 4 siblings. One of my sisters went to her in-laws this year. And then the other one, my brother and his wife, came later on and for dessert time because they were at, her family's house too. So it was good. It was really yummy. So, and then yesterday we all got together on my side of the family. So I think I mentioned before about this cookie party that we were going to do. So most of us on my mom's side make kind of the same kind of cookies. So I was like, well, why don't we all get together and just make them together? And just divide it up, because in all reality, I don't need 24 cookies of a certain thing. I mean, I don't need to be eating that many cookies. So we all got together and we made, oh my goodness gracious, what did I bring home? Peanut butter blossoms, which is the peanut butter cookie with the Hershey Kiss on top. Sugar cookies, gingerbread cookies. They're like a really soft cookie, but I do need to frost them. It's like a cream cheese frosting that goes on top. We made puppy chow. We made Chex Mix, and Bella and my niece did these like chocolate covered pretzels that they ended up putting like candy eyeballs on and stuff and made into little reindeer. They're really cute. So we made a lot yesterday. We left at like 8:30 in the morning and I got home at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And we ordered pizza because I didn't want to be in a kitchen at all after that. What else? So that's the winter cookie party starting is perfect time because we just had a winter cookie party, I guess. So then my husband's been working some overtime lately because they're a little bit short-staffed. So that's what he ended up doing on Saturday. He's at work today for his normal shift. We watched the Inter Miami game last night, and they are the Eastern Conference champions or something like that. For those who don't know, Inter Miami is a soccer team, the world's version of football, not American football. A soccer team. We don't really watch football here anymore. My husband used to be a huge football fan until, when you're working EMS and you work every Saturday, you miss every game. And then my daughter got really into soccer, and so we pretty much just watch soccer. So we are big Inter Miami fans because Messi plays for Miami, and Messi is my daughter's favorite male soccer player. Her favorite female is on the U.S. women's team right now, and that is Olivia Moultrie. But so we watched the game last night, and Miami massacred New York City. I think it was a 5-1 game. So we are now going into the finals for the MLS Major League Soccer game, and I just found out it's against Vancouver, and that's next weekend, and then whoever wins. So, and then I think Miami's done until like February. I think they get a couple months off. So, but the FIFA World Cup is next year, so that'll be really fun to watch. I think Messi's going to play for Argentina because that's where he's from. So, yes, so we're big into watching that, and that will be a thing next Saturday, as we will have to watch, we will have to watch that. So, I think that's it. Woke up to snow this morning. Really heavy, wet snow. I wasn't anticipating that. My husband left for work this morning, and I was like, I'll have to go out and shovel. I got about half of the driveway done with a shovel, and my back was screaming because it is so heavy and wet. And I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing the rest. So I think my daughter's going to go play outside for a little bit, and then I have to start dinner to take it to my husband in a little bit because we're back to school tomorrow. I'm not ready to do homework again. Thanksgiving break was great, even though it was only 3 days. I can't wait for Christmas break. I love having my kid home. I think that's it, though. I do want to bring up, because technically Flossmas starts tomorrow. I don't think I'm doing Flossmas this year. It is, for those who do Flossmas videos, you will understand. If you don't, it is a lot. I know they're quick, short, couple-minute videos, but it is a lot to film, to set all that up every day, to film a couple minutes, to edit something, to upload every single day. And I just think this year I need a little bit of a break. I don't spin wheels, or I do spin wheels, but a lot of times I don't change project daily. Because that's just not the way my brain works. And I don't do advent calendars or anything like that. So I guess mine get a little bit boring. I don't really have a lot to show and stuff. So I'm not going to be doing Flossmas this year. So you will probably get let me think. You'll probably get a mid-December update from me, I'm thinking. And then instead of an end of year Flosstube, like when I normally would film after 2 weeks, you will probably get a whip parade instead. I only do whip parade one time a year, and it's generally either at the very end of the year or the very beginning of the other year, because I have before and after, like, beginning of the year pictures, and that way we have the end of the year. So I'm a big numbers person when it comes to that. So you have that to look forward to from me as a whip parade. I love whip parade time. Like, I could watch whip parades all day long. But other than that, I think that's it from me. So I'm just blabbing at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here and start editing this, and hopefully work some more on Animal Panorama and cook dinner, and I may make some banana muffins because I have some bananas that need to be used up, and I have to figure out groceries. You know, mom stuff. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get off. Remember, your mental health is important. To take time for yourself each and every day, and to be a light to the world around you. I will see you guys in my next video in a couple weeks, and happy Christmas season. Bye.